The engine of a Jeep isn't just metal in motion. It's the heartbeat of a dream. For Victoria Rose, that dream comes alive through solo female van life. Her pursuit of freedom, independence, and simplicity. On her YouTube channel, The Jurassic Jeep, she documents what it truly means to live on her own terms. From preparing budget meals with discount ingredients to confronting fears like driving unfamiliar roads alone. Her journey embodies courage, adaptability, and the raw beauty of life without a roadmap. On August 13th, 2023, Victoria set out for Chautauqua National Forest in New York, seeking solitude and a night of peaceful camping.
We've made it. I wasn't sure. I haven't, like I said, I've never tried to find free camping around these parts, and it is a little different than it is in the West. In the West, there's so much land. You can find very remote places. There's like park rangers and stuff everywhere, and I don't know, just smaller areas, so I feel like a little bit less free, but it's camping. The bugs! I forgot about that. I already got bit by one, and I usually don't. Fortunately, I think I have some bug spray, so let's check. This is a really nice area, but it's Chautauqua National Forest in New York. Oh. Why do they always get you on the ankle? Okay, so I got this, I think in Nevada at a natural food store, and it's lemon eucalyptus oil insect repellent. I don't know if it'll work, but we are going to put it on our ankles and everywhere. Also, they have porta potties here, so this is like luxury for me.
The day was calm, sunlight filtering through trees, a soft hum of insects, and the quiet joy of finding a free, secluded spot. As darkness fell, she applied lemon eucalyptus oil for bugs, zipped her tent, and drifted to sleep surrounded by stillness. Around 1:00 a.m., the peace shattered. A loud pickup truck with blinding headlights pulled straight into her campsite. Instead of passing through, it parked just feet from her Jeep. A family, parents and children, got out, laughing and shouting as they began unloading camping gear. They acted as if she didn't exist. Confused and frustrated, Victoria stepped out to confront them.
What the fuck? You guys gonna pick me out of this spot? Are you guys gonna move your truck so I can at least leave? You're gonna move your truck so I can leave? Huh? Well, it's kind of weird that I was put. Well, I am. Well, now I have to like leave because there's no way I can sleep like this. Can you at least ask, like, or say excuse me or something? Like, I was camped here.
I understand. We told you we didn't know they were in there.
Right, but can you like say like yeah, but it's just common courtesy to say sorry, I didn't realize, is it okay if we camp here? But it's like, this is the spot that I got. It's just strange. It's rude. I don't really know where to go or what to do.
Her calm questions were met with shrugs and indifference. They'd parked so close that she couldn't drive away, leaving her trapped. Though exhausted, she realized staying could escalate the situation. Around 3:00 a.m., she made the difficult decision to pack up quietly and leave. Alone in the dark, she drove through the forest roads, headlights cutting through the fog, adrenaline replacing sleep. It wasn't the peaceful night she had planned, but she chose safety over confrontation.
It's like 2 in the morning. This is so strange. I've never had this happen out in the West. But I hate driving at night, especially when I'm this tired, because it's like nearly 3 in the morning. It was a weird situation. I didn't know what to do. Like when you do infiltrating, it's so loud too. So I was gonna drive to a rest stop. I didn't want to make a big deal because there was kids. So rude. Like they're so rude, and they're just like not looking at me, acting like I wasn't even there, and I was standing there like, hey, can you at least say excuse me, or can you say sorry, or can you at least ask me for the campsite, even though like that's rude in itself. Like it's 2 in the morning. Camping culture in the West versus the East is so much different.
Victoria's experience reflects an often overlooked truth about solo travel, that the greatest dangers don't always come from nature, but from people. Some viewers believe the family's actions were simply careless, unaware of her presence. Others suspected it was deliberate, perhaps testing her reaction when they saw she was alone. Whatever their intent, it became a sharp reminder that instinct and awareness are just as vital as any gear or preparation. Later, Victoria described that night as a lesson in human wilderness. And one question continues to haunt her story. Was it merely a clueless family invading her space? Or something far more intentional, seeing how far they could push before she broke? Bucks is a well-known YouTuber, recognized for his omegle chats, playful pranks, and hilarious reactions. But nearly 10 years ago, his channel was completely different. In those early days, he uploaded gaming playthroughs, commentary, and live stream highlights. Hidden among those old uploads is one that stands out. The night Bucks and his friends ventured into a forest said to be haunted. What began as a fun late-night adventure soon turned into something far more disturbing.
Some purely local ghosts are described far more vividly and seem to have once caused considerable alarm, even if only within a few miles radius. Early in the 19th century, for example, there was said to be a most unpleasant spectre in St. Leonard's Forest. It was a headless phantom which would lurk among the trees at dusk waiting for some horsemen to pass by, and would then spring up behind him, wind its skeletal arm around his neck, and cling to him in spite of all the struggles and pleadings until he reached the further side of the forest. Alright, so we're gonna go to this church which we saw earlier today. I'll just show you that now. Legend has it that everyone in this village they're very, very eerie about this church. They just don't like to talk about it for some reason, so it's not a good spiritual vibe here. It's bad. There's a graveyard around there, and then we're gonna head further up into St. Leonard's Forest, which apparently there is a witch, what's it called, like a cult. Apparently there's actually still people that go there to practice witch hunt. Is it witch hunting? I don't even know what it is, but it's meant to be proper freaky, so we're gonna go. And there's also a lot of lore behind these forests. They seem to be very spiritual. This place is in the middle of nowhere. It's gonna be absolutely pitch black.
It should be good though.
We've got a lot of torches and flashlights, so we've got Big Steve over here with his big torch. Then we've got 2 torches we're gonna strap to our cameras. This is it. This is it, boys. We're on the way. So if I just show you, me and Mike have got the same setup here. So we've got our cameras with a flashlight on top, and then Steve has got a full-on, extremely bright light, and he's also got like a smaller light as well. So,
according to local legends, St. Leonard's Forest in England was once haunted by a terrifying ghost, a headless spirit that appeared at dusk, said to leap onto the backs of riders and cling to them until they escaped the woods. That legend was exactly what drew Bucks and his group there one night. Their plan was simple: explore a centuries-old church and graveyard before heading deeper into the woods to see what they could find. At first, the trip felt like nothing more than a spooky thrill. They joked, filmed, and laughed nervously as their flashlights cut through the darkness, lighting up cracked tombstones and overgrown paths. But beneath their humor was an unshakable tension. The forest was silent. No birds, no wind, only the crunch of leaves underfoot. When they reached the old church, the mood changed completely.
that is the church right there, and there's a graveyard all the way around. Nah, man, this is just...
Are we actually about to do this now?
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Oh my fuck, don't do that, man. Oh my god, that was the creepiest noise you could ever do. Nah, I'm freaked out by everything. I want to be in the middle, yeah. Are you with the light? Where's light?
This is insanely scary.
Look at that. Oh,
fucking hell.
What?
My fly just flew into my... Jesus Christ. Yo, no, I'm not liking this, man. This is the church here. Yo, boys, I really don't like this. Give it a no. Wait, hang on. Oh, mate. Yeah? You doing it? There's a CCTV camera right there, boys. Anybody home? This is fine. This okay. I'm warming up a bit. It's not as bad as I thought. Oh, there's a fucking like proper tombstone over there. Is there?
This tombstone, I think of the Undertaker.
Man, that is proper sketchy. Like. Should we? Oh no! What the fuck?
I know. I thought I seen something.
No. If anyone is here, if any spirits are here, please show us by making some noise.
The building loomed in silence, its walls decaying, surrounded by forgotten graves. Even the air felt heavier. Despite their unease, they pressed on, whispering as they recorded. Nothing unusual happened, or at least not yet. After a short rest, they decided to go farther, toward an area rumored to be tied to witchcraft and strange rituals. Along the dirt road, they noticed a car parked in the distance, lights off. It unsettled them.
So that was the first place that we just been to. It's a church and a graveyard, and we're now heading to the forests, which is where the spectre thing, the phantom, whatever the fuck you want to call it, it's where the history is. There's witches there, there's cults there, so that's where we're heading to next. I've just got such eerie vibes around here. Like, I really don't like it at all. Okay, so this is us now entering the second place. We're just gonna go in, see if there's any cars, see if there's anyone else in here. Oh, this is just so sketchy.
Just is.
Just is. Like, do we turn left, I'm assuming? So I'm guessing that's it down there.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, that's how you get in, that's the entrance. Fuck.
There's a parking spot.
Around here.
There's a car there.
There's a car there.
Is there actually?
Yeah.
That's not good.
Shit. So that car that you saw was, we don't really know, but we're back in town, we're gonna wait for a bit and then we're gonna head back out.
But they continued anyway. Hours later, around 2 a.m., they returned to that same area with their cameras still rolling. And that's when everything changed. They stumbled upon a clearing marked with blackened soil and a circle of burnt debris, like the remains of a fire pit. The laughter stopped instantly. The forest grew oppressively quiet. Then came faint noises, footsteps, whispers, movement in the dark. Fear spread through the group. Without speaking, they turned and ran, crashing through branches until they reached the car, hearts pounding. Later, when Bucks reviewed the footage, viewers noticed something terrifying.
That's not a dog. There's no houses around.
It's a circle, it's like a...
shit, like a fire.
Yeah, they put something here, and then they'd all sit around in a circle. Nah, this is...
Sketch as fuck,
this is not what this... I do not feel comfortable. Like, I don't know about you, but I'm just not getting a good vibe from here at all. Whereas back there, I wasn't that bad, but in this place, we're getting to open space. This is like territory for like cults and, you know what I mean? Like, this is danger territory right here. Yeah, if someone was to set up a cult, it would be on like flat, open ground like this, right? I'm getting really hot and uncomfortable. Yo guys, I don't know, I'm just out of breath. I don't like this.
Nah, fuck that. No. This isn't even a joke anymore, man.
Oh shit! Go, fuck. Get out of here. Oh my god. Oh, it's another car, there's another car there, get the fuck in. There's another car, get in. Shit. Get in.
A figure standing behind a tree just before the group fled. None of them had seen it at the time. And when they got back to their car, another vehicle had been parked right beside theirs, even though the road had been empty earlier that night. Some viewers believe the shadow was a person, maybe the driver of the mysterious car they'd seen before. Others are convinced it was something paranormal, tied to the ghostly legends of St. Leonard's Forest. Whether a stranger, a cult member, or something beyond explanation, the moment felt too precise to ignore. So which is more frightening? The idea of a ghost haunting those woods, or the thought that someone real had been waiting there all along? Maybe it was coincidence, maybe not. Either way, that night, Bucks and his friends learned that the real danger in a haunted forest isn't beyond the trees. It's what's already hiding among them. In February 2018, YouTuber Greg Harris uploaded what seemed like a simple GoPro recording, just another weekend ride through the woods near Naples, Florida. The clip started off like countless other ATV videos online, the steady growl of the engine, trees blurring by, and the calm rhythm of off-road adventure. But what began as an ordinary ride quickly turned into a near-fatal encounter that still unsettles anyone who's watched it. As Greg sped down the narrow path, everything appeared normal, until in an instant, something flickered across the trail. A metal wire, stretched tightly between two trees, snagged his helmet and violently snapped him backward. The impact stopped him cold. Had the wire been just a few inches lower, it could have taken his head off. Instead, it broke as it caught beneath his chin guard, sparing his life by sheer luck. Greg's foot was trapped under the shifter, but he managed to pull himself loose. Later, in the video description, Greg wrote, "Be cautious out there. I was nearly decapitated by a metal wire, tied between trees on one of my usual trails. Luckily, it broke. It caught under my helmet, and my foot got stuck under the shifter." For those who ride off-road, this was more than a freak accident. Incidents like this have happened before, sometimes set by angry property owners trying to keep riders away, other times out of retaliation for noise or damage. But in the worst cases, people do it out of pure cruelty, for no reason at all. When Greg went back to examine the spot, there were no footprints, no tools, no clues, just a broken wire hanging between the trees. Whoever set it up knew exactly where to place it to cause maximum harm. Greg's footage quickly gained attention among off-roaders and local authorities. Some thought it was a deliberate warning to keep riders off private land. Others believed it was a random act, a twisted prank with deadly potential. Whatever the reason, it exposed a chilling reality. The real danger in the woods isn't always wild animals. On October 27, 2025, the Twin Paranormal Team, known for exploring the most haunted and mysterious locations across America, journeyed deep into the forests of Washington state. This time, they weren't searching for spirits, but something far more legendary: Bigfoot. The rain fell steadily over the Columbia River Gorge, and fog curled between the trees. As darkness settled in, the crew had no idea they were about to experience one of the most unnerving nights they had ever filmed.
And we believe that this would be a good spot to start. Luckily, we have somebody who knows somewhat of what they're doing.
I am by no means a professional, but I think we're in probably as good as a spot as we're gonna be able to find.
Excuse me.
To hopefully
The professional coming through.
the professional.
I don't think that's how you use it, is it?
What? I don't think that's how you use it.
That's very loud. Thank you.
Guys, this is our first time. Might be the last time. We have no idea. This is for us to enjoy an adventure, and you can hear everything I'm saying. Very clear, right?
They began their trek beneath heavy rain, following a narrow, winding path surrounded by thick forest. Wyatt led the group, explaining that most Bigfoot encounters happen near rivers and high ground. The others trailed behind, their flashlights cutting through the mist. Before long, they stumbled upon something strange. A crude hut built entirely from branches and leaves, standing alone in the middle of nowhere. It looked freshly made, as if someone had built it recently and left in a hurry. Moments later, Wyatt decided to test a theory. Cupping his hands, he let out a long, echoing whoop, a call used by researchers to attract Bigfoot. For several seconds, there was silence. Then, from deep within the forest, a reply came. It was low.
Oh my God.
Imagine hearing that back.
Bigfoot!
Seriously, did you? That was weird. Riff, did you hear that? That sounded like 2 feet, did it not?
No. Really? Yeah. Do it again.
I'm gonna try it without the megaphone, just so it sounds more natural. Guys, shut up.
So, something is right there.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. Can we get through some of this? I swear on everything, it sounded like somebody was right there.
Yeah, rustling through the branches again. It's that breaking, the branch breaking sound.
Guys?
Shut the f*** up. You didn't do that?
No, I've done nothing.
That might have been a callback, dude, for real.
Resonant and unmistakably alive. Another followed soon after, distant, but clear enough to send chills through the group. The forest fell silent again. Then came the smell. Sharp, musky, and decayed, like a mix of wet fur and rot. Wyatt raised his EMF meter, and its lights flared red, blinking wildly even though they were miles from any power source.
Hello?
This might actually be a good spot to use the listening.
Holy fuck. Whoa!
They both win.
Did you just hear that? Did you hear that? That was behind us. Was that growling?
It sounded like it, yeah.
That's going off. Why is that going off? Why the fuck is that going off?
Whoa.
We are in the middle of nowhere.
And they're both going off.
How? That's fucking solid. It's solid right now. Why is that doing that?
Shut up.
We just heard what sounded like scraping. I don't think we're alone. It feels like we're not alone.
This feels weird. The listening device is in my backpack. Should I try it?
Yeah, now we're in a good spot.
Yeah, it's more open.
The group froze as the sound of wood striking wood echoed from somewhere beyond the trees. 3 heavy knocks, deliberate and rhythmic. They pressed forward cautiously. A bell trap they had set earlier suddenly rang in the distance. Something had triggered it. The EMF reader spiked again, and static began to crackle through their audio recorders. Then came the sound that froze them all. From the darkness erupted a deep guttural cry, a double whoop, louder and closer than before. It wasn't an echo. It wasn't the wind. It was alive, powerful, and terrifyingly near. For several moments, no one spoke. The rain poured harder, and the forest seemed to close in around them. Later, viewers debated the footage. Some insisted the whoops were evidence of Bigfoot, while others dismissed them as human mimicry. But when both EMF meters spiked at once in an open forest, even skeptics had to admit something out there was watching them. On October 25th, 2025, the Voyager Overland crew returned to a secluded valley deep in the Alberta Rockies, Canada. Known for documenting peaceful overland adventures in remote wilderness, This trip carried a different tone. A stranger's warning, a rough, hand-drawn map, and the ruins of a burned cabin lured them back to a place reachable only by muddy trails and river crossings. By the time they pitched camp beside a lonely stone chimney, curiosity had already overtaken caution.
So I'm filling up at the gas station last winter, and this guy comes up to me and he says, "You're Voyager Overland, aren't you?" And he tells me, "Hey, I saw your video last fall, and I recognized where you were." And I read the comments as well, he says. People are saying it's Bigfoot or Sasquatch or somebody looking to steal your stuff, or the military with special suits and whatever. Well, he tells me that him and his dad used to hunt in that area, and he knows exactly where we were, and he saw exactly what we saw. And he says, if you want, I'll give you directions if you want to go see something even more. So I bought him a coffee, and he drew me a map, gave me some general directions, and that's where Gina and I are going this weekend. We're going to hopefully verify what we saw and see the rest that he's talking about. It got my attention when he told me that him and his dad, they don't hunt there. They've never been back again. And he kind of cautioned me. He said, if you get there at the right time, you're going to see what you saw in your video, what you captured on camera, and you're probably going to see a lot more. And I tell you, that's shaking me to the core, because if we prove his story right, if we verify what he told us, that kind of shakes up everything I believe in.
It began at a gas station. A man recognized the host, mentioning he'd watched their earlier video from this same region, then revealed he and his father had once seen the same thing. He pointed to a spot, even worse, handed over a sketched map, and admitted they never returned. That was enough to decide the next destination. When the crew reached the familiar road, they found the gate locked. Hours of detours followed, through darkness, mud, and shallow rivers, headlights slicing through rain and alder branches. Finally, they reached a small clearing and set up camp. Beneath lantern light, the host retold an old tale. In the 1950s or 60s, a prospector disappeared here. His wife and brother searched, later returned to town, and the cabin burned down, with both of them inside. Locals said the brother never stopped looking. At dawn, they reviewed their trail camera, 6 clips, 1 corrupted and unplayable, then continued following the map.
So this time, just to make sure we don't have any problems, we used a brand new SD card. So it's time to look and see why there's 6 videos on here from last night.
Ooh, that's hard to see, eh?
It is. Hang on here.
Can we actually open it to look at?
It's a clear picture. You can see me setting it up. But I don't really see anything except for this one that's really glitchy. So I'm really not sure what's going on here. So I don't know what we're looking at. The one video is kind of glitchy. Otherwise, it's so hard to see, right? It's so bright on the screen. So I think we're gonna have to wait till we get back home and I got a computer screen, a large computer screen to work with, see if we can make anything out. But it still puzzles me that it recorded a whole bunch of video and there seems to be nothing on there.
The forest grew tighter, paths unclear, until a fallen log forced them to cut through. When the trees opened, they saw it. A tall chimney standing alone, all that remained of the house nature had reclaimed. The air was strange, quiet, lifeless, still. They placed a night camera.
What's that smoke?
What smoke?
At the fireplace.
What? What the frick? What the hell is that?
Where's that smoke coming from? What the hell?
It's coming from inside. There's nothing in here.
There's nothing in here.
I heard something. Did you hear that?
Freaking sounded like a moose or some of that, but
It was loud.
like bigger and not like a moose.
It even smells like wood smoke. But where the hell is it coming from? What? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
The frick was that? Hey! Hello?
I'm out of here. I don't like this.
No, it's time to back up and get the hell out of here. Did I leave that? I did leave that.
It captured faint lights and shifting figures among the ruins. But morning brought the real shock. As they brewed coffee, someone noticed smoke rising from the untouched chimney. The stones were cold, the hearth empty, yet a thin gray column drifted upward. A deep call echoed from the trees, and the smell of burned wood reached camp. That was enough. They packed quickly and left the valley the same way they'd entered, through rivers, ruts, and silence. Viewers were split. Some, including a paranormal investigator, claimed it was proof of something beyond comprehension. Others called it staged or a clever Halloween setup. But everyone agreed. The image of that smoking chimney was unforgettable. No one lit a fire, yet smoke rose in daylight from ruins miles from any road. If it wasn't a trick or some quirk of weather, what memory was that chimney exhaling? And would a second angle have changed anything? On October 26, 2025, YouTuber Groovy Gavin returned to the Appalachian Mountains, a region long associated with mysterious vanishings. Known for documenting real-world mysteries and abandoned places, Gavin set out to uncover why so many people go missing here without explanation. From forgotten trails to dark mountain caves, he followed the same paths as those who were never seen again.
We walked about 3 miles into the trail where we got to the first crossroad of the Dennis Martin missing case. That is where Dennis Martin went missing and the whole incident happened. But about 2 miles to the left, which we're not going to go that way, is where they camped for the night. Nothing actually happened there. They just camped the night. Peaceful night.
That wasn't peaceful. That's where they got stalked.
I mean, that's possible. And then they continued on this way. So we ended up hiking for another hour or two, and it was just so much deeper in than I thought it was, but we eventually got to the place where Dennis had gone missing. So up here is Spence Field. I think this is what they're talking about. I'm pretty sure this is it. It says on the map this is Spence Field. This area, it was about a 5.5 mile hike for us. They went other directions and it took them over a day because they camped in other spots, but they eventually get here. This area is called Spence Field. It was a big group. It was a family. There were a bunch of kids, the aunts and uncles, lots of people. What had happened was the kids were, I guess, all together in this area, Spence Field. The kids want to, hide and then surprise parents to pop out and, scare the parents. Dennis specifically, he hides, it just says behind a bush. So, I mean, I could have been anywhere over here. And so this happens at 4:30 p.m. Basically 4 p.m. right now. So about this time, super bright. The parents come at 4:30. All the kids jump out and scare them. Then, immediately, I guess, they notice that Dennis is not. Last people to see Dennis were Bill and Clyde, which was the father and grandfather. He was last with them and then last seen splitting off from them to go hide. That's the last time he was seen.
The story begins with one of the most chilling disappearances in the Smoky Mountains. 6-year-old Dennis Martin in 1969. Gavin hiked the same 5.5-mile trail to Spence Field, the place where Dennis was last seen playing hide-and-seek. When the children jumped out to surprise their parents, Dennis never returned. Over 1,000 people joined the search, including the National Guard, covering 50 square miles of rugged terrain. Still, nothing was ever found. No footprints, no clothes, not even a shred of evidence. A nearby family later reported hearing a single, blood-curdling scream echoing through the woods. Moments afterward, they saw a disheveled old man walking through the trees carrying something red. Dennis had been wearing a red shirt that day. That sighting sparked the enduring feral people theory, that isolated humans lived deep in the Appalachians, far from civilization. Gavin's next stop was Clingman's Dome, where another mystery unfolded. 16-year-old Trenny Gibson.
So this is about the area where Trenny Gibson went missing. This is literally known as one of the weirdest and most confusing disappearance cases in the Appalachian Mountains because it just happened so sudden with just absolutely nothing, no evidence. Nothing. It was October 8th, 1976. They came here for their high school field trip. She was with 38 other students, a bunch of adults, and she was seen multiple times. She was bouncing around from different groups. There were lots of people that witnessed her and were with her at like really near the time where she disappeared. Some students said she was walking a little bit in front of them. Some said she was walking a little bit behind. But basically they said she went around a bend and then just she was gone. Like the people in front, the group in front didn't see her. The group behind didn't see her. No sounds were made. And then when they noticed she was gone and there were absolutely no clues, like they told the park rangers and they started a huge search like immediately. They had helicopters looking. They had tracking dogs looking. And this search lasted for weeks. That's what makes it so crazy. This is one of the quickest times where they started a search right after. But like
during a school field trip, she briefly walked ahead of her classmates and disappeared between two groups on the trail. Despite a massive, immediate search, she was never found. Finally, Gavin entered one of the caves believed to intersect with multiple disappearance sites. Inside, he found signs of human presence, a rope leading into a dark pit. Some believe these caves hide criminal activity or secret tunnels used for human trafficking. Gavin dismissed the drug theory, but admitted the trafficking explanation feels disturbingly plausible.
Bro, this is getting serious, dude. There's a rope right here to climb down. Oh, there we go. That's cool. Sometimes where the light is the darkest, in the deepest, darkest caves, is where you find the most beautiful things with your homie. I'm gonna completely cross off the drug thing. I've been trying to think how that would make sense this whole time, and it just doesn't at all, like no part of it. The trafficking thing genuinely makes so much sense. Like it's literally like you said, like if like a group of kids came down here, which like who wouldn't? Like if when I was younger, this is some shit I would definitely go to. Something happens this deep in, we're like 30 minutes plus deep, like you're done for. You're cooked. Like there is no one that's gonna hear you. And this is one of the like more known caves. Like I'm thinking about like lesser known ones, like you're cooked. I think that's definitely a possibility for some of the disappearances. Probably not all of them. I think also people could just get lost down here.
Viewers remain divided. Some believe in the existence of feral people, others in vast underground systems hiding something far worse. Theories keep growing, but no one truly knows the truth. If so many can disappear in daylight, on trails filled with witnesses, then what's really watching from deep within those Appalachian woods? September 4th, 2025. The Action Adventure Twins, a channel run by two identical brothers known for uncovering caves, tunnels, and forgotten underground spaces, embarked on another strange mission. This time, their journey led them to a quiet suburban neighborhood. Beneath the houses of unsuspecting residents, they stumbled upon something unbelievable, a full-sized home carved inside a cave. The deeper they explored, the clearer it became someone had once tried to build a life in stone only to disappear, leaving everything frozen in time.
Check it out, me and Amanda are out here in the middle of the woods, and there's this crazy cave that's been turned into a house, where some guy's been trying to turn it into a house. Look at that retro fridge. Good question. Somebody's put a brick in front of it.
Probably something good in there.
I see why they put the brick in front of it. It's an actual fireplace in a cave. This is like the kitchen area, it looks like. Got all sorts of electrical runs, Smurf tube.
Look at the masonry back there.
This is well done.
He's doing a good job.
Yeah. This is like the little plumbing access over here.
Yeah.
There's a dungeon down there. We're gonna have to go down there.
I would want to duck down.
What?
To get to my room, though, you know?
Well, what is this a room?
It's a bathroom. Look, there's a shower.
The shower be right here. There's a drain.
Like either a shower or a toilet.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's definitely a drain here. Oh yeah, this does look more like a shower. He got it about 80% of the way there.
Look at all the bricks. It's really nice. Like really good.
Yeah.
Or what is that? Cement?
I think it's just concrete, isn't it? He has a lot of electrical boxes. He was about to put a lot of lighting in here.
The adventure began right away. Within moments, The twins were standing in a cold chamber lined with brick walls and remnants of old electrical wiring, a clear sign of human effort shaping the rock. A dusty refrigerator sat beside a stone fireplace, both oddly preserved as if waiting for their owner's return. Further inside, they discovered what appeared to be a half-built bathroom complete with pipes and drains carved straight into the ground.
This step right here is really small. You just have to be careful and watch your step.
Oh, this is crazy. It gets even bigger down here. It's pretty cool.
How would you keep the moisture out of here? That's
I think that's why he abandoned it. This is crazy. This has to be the bedroom. This is where I would put the bed. It looks like you could literally just walk in a natural cave over here.
It does.
That's insane. And there's some crazy white formations.
Look at this. It's a cow bone. Or a human bone. This is so pretty.
I know.
I thought that was gonna be.
I hear water. He has like a river running under his house. Oh, there's a hole over there.
We're going through that hole, aren't we?
Yes, because that's where the water's coming from.
As they descended deeper, the air grew damp and heavy. A faint odor of moisture filled the tunnels, accompanied by the distant murmur of running water. "There's a river under here," one whispered, his voice swallowed by the dark. Water dripped from the ceiling, marking the passage of decades since anyone had walked those halls.
I don't know if this is actually possible. Oh, there's a pool of water down there. Head first might not have been the best way. But it worked.
A lot of mud.
Lots of mud. I see why he tried to seal this area off. It kind of goes in every direction. Now, do we get into the water or? Oh my god. Oh, we hit the river again.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good sign.
Wow, yeah, I don't think we'd fit in there.
You think?
We better keep going in the mud.
Oh, wow. Are you sure?
Yeah, there's formations hanging down. Those will scrape your back right.
Goodness, you're almost there.
I think I'm gonna get stuck.
Just hold your breath.
My head's going underwater.
You're getting close, right?
Uh-oh.
Under 3 feet?
They're stabbing my back.
Uh-oh.
Don't go in there.
Nothing?
You can't get through. It was a nightmare in there.
I see what you mean, though. From this angle?
Yeah, just be careful. It's a nightmare in there.
Oh. Okay, this is a lot. This thing is like a knife.
Yeah, I know. You already look like you're stuck.
Bad. Okay, come back.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Wait, are we crawling from here?
Wait, are we?
I don't know.
Are we crawling down the river now?
So,
I think this is the end of the line.
we did bring a bunch of spare lights, right? It opens up.
That's always good news. The water's the way.
Oh, look! Did we fit through that whole direction?
Oh, yeah, well, there's bricks. Yeah, let's go that way. And now we're back.
They squeezed through a narrowing corridor that seemed to shrink with every step. Their helmet lights faded to a soft halo as the temperature dropped. Each breath echoed in the silence, the walls pressing close. One wrong move, and the rock might have sealed them inside. Finally, they emerged into a small chamber where the sound of rushing water pulsed like a heartbeat beneath the earth. Viewers later debated who had lived or planned to live there. Some believed it was an ambitious builder from the 1980s. Others suggested it was a secret shelter never completed. One comment summed it up perfectly. My claustrophobia was screaming just watching this. When the twins finally climbed back to the surface, coated in mud and gasping for air, they realized the cave lay directly beneath someone's backyard. Above ground, life continued quiet, ordinary, unaware. And it makes you wonder, how many hidden homes still lie sleeping beneath the streets we walk every day? February 2024, near Eagle River, Alaska, Maria, the creator behind Roaming Reckless, drove her aging Land Rover deep into the snow with her dog Blue. Her channel usually focuses on quiet overland journeys across America, camping, cooking, and surviving the cold. This time, she planned a simple 3-day stay at the Rapids Camp Yurt along the historic Iditarod Trail. But Alaska had other plans. What began as a calm winter retreat would soon spiral into 3 days of smoke, fear, and silence.
We're going to a yurt that we have to hike to, 2 miles in the middle of the woods. This is going to be dry camping, so we've got to take all of our supplies with us. There's going to be nothing there for us but firewood. This thing's so heavy, oh my gosh. We're starting up here. Our yurt is down here. We're 15 minutes into our walk. My back is already killing me, so gotta love scoliosis. Oh my god, this is insane. I actually feel like I'm in Narnia. Like, come on. Rapids Camp Yurt, heck yeah. Here you go, bub. Just in time before dark. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Ah. Someone remind me to get a hiking backpack. A proper one. Thanks. This wood is kind of wet, which is not good. Now we're cooking. I've been working on the fire for like 2 hours at this point, and I am running out of fire starters. I really don't know what else to do. It's like all of the wood is wet and nothing will. I've been trying to restart the fire every time, like tinier and tinier. It only burns with a fire starter, and then as soon as it wears out, and there's so much smoke in here, it's like not even funny. So it's just like now my pickle is that it's pitch dark. While I could go back to Poe, it's pretty early in the night still. Do I really want to walk 45 minutes straight in the pitch dark through the Alaskan wilderness? No, I don't. But I can't stay here if there's no fire. What do I do? This sucks. I give the fire one last ditch effort using the one log left I have that I think is semi-not wet, so we'll see what happens. See how smoky it is in here? I feel like Blue and I are gonna have to make the trek back to Poe because I just can't risk the fire not working and then Blue getting cold in the middle of the night. I think Blue and I are just gonna have to go back to Poe.
Maria packed everything she thought she'd need: food supplies and layers for the cold. Blue trotted ahead as they followed a narrow, snow-packed trail winding through the white forest. The hike was only 2 miles, but halfway through her back already ached under the weight of her gear. She called the landscape Narnia, a frozen wonderland of mountains and snow that made the struggle feel worth it. When the yurt finally came into view through the dusk, it looked perfect. A small, round shelter standing alone beneath the peaks. Inside a wood stove, a bunk bed, and what seemed like enough warmth to last the night. But the wood refused to burn. Smoke filled the air thick and gray until her eyes stung and her lungs hurt. With the temperature dropping and Blue shivering, she had no choice but to leave everything behind and walk back through the dark.
This sucks. I've never been so happy to see this truck in my life. Oh my gosh, it smells like smoke. Let's pack up and clean this place out. Frozen solid. Good thing we didn't stay last night. There's a sign in here talking about an aggressive bear in the area, and granted, bears are hibernating right now, but they do come out of hibernation every once in a while, and we're in aggressive bear territory, so. This says, in recent weeks, a black bear with bad behavior attempted to gain access to all 3 yurts. They had to cancel reservations for weeks, so. Wish us luck.
She carried only a flashlight, a knife, and her fear. The forest was silent, the kind of silence that presses on your chest. When she finally reached her truck, relief came like air, the heater humming Blue curling up beside her. The next morning, she returned to the yurt. A note pinned to the wall warned campers about a black bear that had recently torn through the same area. Later, her heater failed. Her backup power died, and she ended the trip sore, exhausted, and grateful it hadn't gone worse. Locals would later remind her how dangerous Eagle River can be. Stories of missing hikers and animals waking too soon from hibernation, hungry and disoriented. One viewer commented that feeling you had walking back wasn't fear, it was instinct. Maybe they were right. Maybe the smoke that drove her out of the yurt wasn't just bad wood, but Alaska's quiet way of warning her to leave. October 3rd, 2025. The woods were quiet. Too quiet for what was coming. Beyond the broken asphalt where muddy trails wound through the trees, the high gear crew set out for another wild ride. Their videos never waste time, no build-up, no music, only raw chaos. A new dirt bike, a confident rider, and a trail that seemed to breathe, waiting. Woo!
No, my Krivina. Close the gasoline, man. My Krivina. No.
The engine screamed to life, echoing like an untamed creature. For a while, everything went smoothly. The rider balanced on one wheel, cutting through dust and gravel with ease. Then came the first fall. A sudden skid, a loud crash, then silence. He stood laughing, brushing dirt from his gloves, unaware the trail wasn't done with him yet. Moments later, the second crash came harder. The front tire slid on wet roots, throwing him straight into a tree. The thud was dull and heavy, like a fading heartbeat. The bike hissed exhaust, bent tire half buried in mud.
Yes, green. Green, yes. Red. Red, yes. This one. Oj, abbiamo Mike. Oh, ne abbiamo biscione. Ah, nice. Joj, da je reč, da je moj pet preživel, ej. Moj pet survive. Up in here.
Yes, yes, yes.
Ah.
Still, he climbed back on. The forest darkened as the trail narrowed. The third crash was worse. The bike spun sideways, launching him into a bush. His angry yell echoed through the trees before fading into the wind. Then something strange happened. The engine stopped by itself, as if the machine had finally had enough. And then came the last fall. The worst one. A violent slam rang through the woods. Plastic cracked metal groaned. He lay still for a few seconds, then laughed weakly, lifting the wrecked bike with shaking hands. Blood trickled down his wrist. "My pet needs reviving," he muttered, voice trembling between pain and disbelief. Some called it luck. Others called it obsession. Maybe it was both a reckless bond between man and machine where pain became proof of life. When darkness settled over the trail, he stood alone. The forest seemed to close behind him, the air heavy, almost watchful. Every fall felt recorded, memorized by the woods themselves. And somewhere in that silence, one question lingered. Next time, would the forest let him leave? June 12th, 2024, Whistler Bike Park, British Columbia. Riders called it Wismas, the most anticipated day of the entire season. Among the crowd was Jordan Boostmaster, a mountain biker known for recording every jump, every fall, and every thrill for his channel. The day began with energy and excitement, but before it ended, that excitement would vanish into silence. Jordan and his friends, Simon and Dale, hoisted their bikes onto the brand new gondola and sped up the mountain. The air was crisp, the trails freshly groomed. Every descent down Crank It Up and A-Line felt smoother, faster, more controlled. Their laughter echoed through the trees, that rare kind of joy only riders understand. As the day went on, their rhythm became flawless. Jordan moved with ease, his flow perfect. When they reached Fade to Black, a double black diamond trail, infamous for its massive drops, they decided to go for it, pushing their limits with each run. Then suddenly, it happened.
Just a heads up, this may not be easy to watch. That was the hardest impact I've ever had, and at this point, I cannot make a sound. There's no airflow in or out. I've knocked the wind out of myself a number of times before, but this was different.
Are you just winded? Yeah.
I almost passed out at this point, and I think it was because I couldn't exhale any carbon dioxide. At this point, it felt like I was starting to almost wake up from a dream.
Just breathe. You're okay. You're okay.
Can you talk?
A little bit.
Yeah. So everyone called patrol, and around 5 minutes later, they showed up.
Okay, thanks. Thank you. The camera shook. The screen blurred, and all sound disappeared. Jordan had crashed hard. The impact was brutal, followed by a chilling silence. He tried to draw breath, but the air wouldn't come. His body stayed still as the world spun around him. Within minutes, rescuers rushed in, calling for an emergency evacuation. By the time the helicopter reached Vancouver, the news was grim. 5 fractured ribs, a collapsed lung, and several days in the hospital fighting to breathe again. Viewers later said they froze while watching. One wrote that silence after the crash was haunting. Another commented, "I saw that same helicopter land that day." For a moment, the entire biking community felt how fragile the ride can be. Weeks later, Jordan posted, "I'm healing super well from this crash now." But that question still lingers. How far would you go for the thrill of one last run? October 6th, 2020. In the remote countryside of Brazil, where folklore lives longer than memory, the team from Chamos, a YouTube channel dedicated to haunted legends, sets out to explore one of the nation's oldest myths, the lobisomem, or Brazilian werewolf. That night, under a blood-red moon, their search for truth would take a terrifying turn. The footage starts with the crew standing on a dirt road surrounded by darkness flashlights cutting through the fog. Chamos lays out the plan to track the creature that locals claim still stalks these hills. Along with him are Jefinho J and Wendell, the man who swears he has already seen it.
Eu sou o Chamos, hoje trazendo a lenda do lobisomem, do que a gente vai encarar nessa madrugada. Agora são mais ou menos 10 horas da noite. Tô aqui na frente da casa do Jefinho, o Jota tá aqui comigo já também, a gente tá com a equipe completa. A gente tá indo lá se encontrar com o Andrew que me levou na lenda do lobisomem, ele que conhece bem a área lá e ele que tem esses relatos de que um possível lobisomem ataca os animais da região.
Wendell replays several recordings as his voice trembles slightly. He describes finding footprints far too large for any known animal, each nearly twice the size of a man's hand. A biologist reviewed the prints but found no match. His voice echoes through the tape. "It's real. I saw its eyes on the hill." Later that night, Wendell spreads out a hand-drawn map and points to a marked safe zone. He explains that he has set traps and prepared bottles filled with holy water mixed with aconite, once believed to ward off werewolves. As the team enters the forest, the atmosphere shifts. Their lights reveal enormous tracks pressed deep into the mud and a chunk of raw meat hanging from a branch higher than any of them could reach. The woods fall silent until a foul stench fills the air, the smell of something dead.
Cheiro de carniça, velho.
Carniça? Cheiro, sabe o cheiro
De bicho morto.
Cheiro de ferro, sangue mesmo?
Isso.
Eu não enxergo cor de sangue, cara. Meu olfato acaba ficando um pouco mais sensível.
Eu só não lembro onde é que tá aqueles ossos agora, fechou? Onde?
Tá pra cá, só que a gente vai ter que entrar ali. Ali, ó. Bem ali.
Aonde?
Aqui, ó.
Aqui, ó.
Galera, fiquem de olho. Que susto. Tá vendo lá o brilho?
Aonde?
Aqui, ó. Vem aqui, ó.
Ai, cara, olha lá, velho.
Cachorro. Aqui, ó. Cachorro. Porte médio. Tranquilo. Só não encoste nessas ossadas, cara, porque... Vai que isso aí ainda tem algum...
É, né?
É a alma dele, né, cara? Não é bom, né?
Vamos pra onde agora, hein?
Tu quer ir lá pra cima? Onde a gente encontrou maior quantidade de ossos?
Isso, pode ser. Mas eu acho que é pra lá, né, que sobe, né? Ou é pra cá?
Aqui tem uma subida. Tem a subida mais fechada e tem a subida mais aberta. Eu sugiro ir mais pela aberta.
Então tá.
Aqui a gente tá num local muito fechado. Chama, sai daí! Chama, sai!
Vaza, velho, desce! Ai, cara. Caí na árvore aqui, velho. Ai, cara. Ele tá lá em cima, velho. Eu falei pra vocês. Corre pro cisco, Jefinho. Corre, cara. Cara, arrebentei meu dedo. Cara, arrebentei meu dedo. O que tu fez? Ele deu ali, cara. Arrebentei meu dedo. Eu caí do degrau, velho.
Nossa, eu disse que ali era perigoso, que era liso, cara.
Cara, minha água ficou pra trás, cara. Estamos sem proteção agora, velho.
Não tá focando aqui, bicho. Olha só, arrebentei meus 2 dedos, cara. Olha só. Não tá focando, cara.
Ei, mas o que era aquilo lá, cara? Cara, que susto, velho. Era um...
Vocês viram que a lua apareceu.
Mano do céu.
Moments later, 2 glowing eyes flicker in the dark, unmoving. The group freezes as dogs bark wildly somewhere in the distance. When they step forward, they find bones scattered along the ground. Then a sudden crack above them. The hillside trembles. Kamos lifts the camera just as the clouds part, revealing the moon's red glow across the ridge. There, a massive figure stands, its outline covered in fur. Elle está encima, velho, he yells. It's up there. The camera jerks violently. The footage turns chaotic, shouting heavy steps and desperate breathing as they sprint downhill in panic. Many viewers insisted the encounter was genuine. One comment read, "Se Deus existe, essas criaturas existem também." If God exists, so do these beings. Others flooded the section with prayers quoting Psalm 23 as if the video itself carried a curse. The team escaped safely, but in the video's last seconds, beneath the sound of their footsteps, a faint noise can still be heard. A slow, steady breath, almost human, almost not. October 14th, 2025. Deep within the Appalachian forest of Canada. Paranormal investigator Lamar, from the YouTube channel Paranormal Discovery, begins a solo camping trip unlike any he's done before. His channel is devoted to exploring real haunted sites and capturing unexplained phenomena on camera. But this time, the location holds a darker story, the secluded grave of an 8-year-old girl named Catherine McIntosh, who died in 1889. Locals claim her spirit remains bound by something else, something only known as the Gray Being. For Lamar, this isn't just another investigation. It's a descent into one of Canada's most haunted places, and what he encounters here might forever change what he believes about the afterlife.
We got her grave right there. All right, Key, let's go take a look. So it looks like people have actually came here. They put like a wire like all through here. I don't know if you can see that. There's a wire. What do you smell, Key? What do you smell, baby? Smells something, huh? So, hold on. What's going on, babe? What's going on? So this is Catherine, everybody. Catherine McIntosh. For those of you guys who have been following me for the last 4 years, you have probably known about Catherine McIntosh. For those of you guys who are new to the channel and have never seen this before, this is one of a kind, man. This is a one of a kind spot. And you don't find this at all very often. Now, this is almost sad but creepy at the same time. And yeah, she just sits here in the middle of nowhere. I'm not joking.
Lamar sets out with his loyal dog Kia, hiking through the dense woods toward the old cemetery. When he arrives, Catherine's small headstone stands alone, isolated from the rest of the family graves.
Well, Catherine, we're going to be down the road,
toys and
okay?
trinkets
I know
once
you
left
recognize
by
me.
visitors
You've
have
seen
all
me
disappeared.
before, but we're going to go that way, a little bit down further, all right? As you know, we stick around the area. We sometimes go that way and around, but you're more than welcome to join me and my dog. I don't know if you like dogs, but feel free to come join us, try and communicate with us, and don't let that entity hold you back from talking, okay? You're safe with us. Okay, Catherine, we're gonna go up the road now. Feel free to follow us if you want. You're more than welcome to follow us, okay?
He kneels beside the grave, speaking softly, assuring he means no harm, and asking for permission to document the site. As daylight fades, he drives deeper into the forest to set up camp. He films everything boiling ramen, the sound of his stove, the quiet surrounding them. By the time night falls, his only light comes from his night vision camera. He activates the spirit box, hoping to reach Catherine. Almost immediately, a faint, distorted voice emerges through the static. Please leave here.
Ready?
We will touch you.
Okay, yo, I came to this location to try and talk to Catherine. You are a spirit here. You most likely know of Catherine McIntosh down the way. Are there any spirits up this way that I should know about? The spirits that linger around Catherine's grave up here as well. I'll introduce myself. My name is Lamar. I've been here before, not this far in, but...
Please leave here.
Whoa. Why do you want me to leave? Give me a reason why you want me to leave.
Kia begins to tremble, staring into the darkness. The forest turns unnervingly still. No rustling leaves, no chirping insects, not even wind. Lamar feels pressure building around him.
I can feel this anomaly, entity. Oh, this is not good.
Elevator.
Oh, shit. It's a weird headache. Oh, what the fuck is going on, man? I legit don't know where this came from. I was feeling a little bit like before I was eating, and I feel like this is spiritual. This is not the MSG I just ate in the noodles, okay? Like, this is legit a spiritual connection that's happening to me right now, and I don't know what it is, but it's like something here is jabbing at my spirit guide right now. This is some bullshit. Like, I don't feel safe. I'm sorry, but I do not feel safe. Whoa. I'm getting lightheaded now.
Should be scared.
Holy shit. Okay. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is packing up everything and basically heading back towards the direction of Catherine's grave. Now, this is not where our adventure ends right now. At this point, we're just gonna go back towards the graves, see what we can uncover, and like I had to take a few hours. I had to call Chels. I had to talk to her for a bit to really get this feeling shaken out of me, but I just can't shake the feeling right now. So I got a key in the car right now. It's officially getting real out here. Like, I wanted to make sure she's like mostly safe. Right now I just feel like I'm off. Like, my whole energy right now is off. Something spiritual is here with us as I'm speaking to you right now. Like, I'm not even joking. This ain't a game. This is real shit that I'm sharing with you. As much as people in the comments think it's a game, it's not a game. Right now, there's something real and something just sketchy. It's like not even like chill. Hello? 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 It's literally like in front of me. Dude, I'm freaked the fuck out right now. Oh! Ah! Hello? Holy shit! Who's that? Who's there? Oh. Who's there? I apologize, guys. I truly apologize to you. It's been a while since I've had something like this happen. Like, I just feel like it's an anxiety attack potentially, but at the same time, very spiritual. This ain't a game. This really ain't a game. It is 12:04, and yeah, we still out here. Look at this, middle of nowhere. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, it's kind of a bad idea that we're doing this, but it is what it is, man. So I'm gonna keep driving. I'm just gonna leave this kind of in night vision right now and just kind of, I don't know. Okay.
His head throbbing as fear creeps in. He decides to leave quickly, packing up his gear and driving back toward the grave. As he nears the site, the air grows thick and heavy. The temperature drops, and the infrared lights on his camera start flickering, though the battery remains full.
Oh! I have no idea what's going on with these lights, but like, I'm actually like nervous now. Key, we gotta get in the car. Okay, Key, I think it's time. We gotta call it, baby. Come on, in you go. In you go. Oh, shit. What is going on? Oh. Who's doing this? I passed out. I fucking passed out. Who's doing this? Fucking somebody knocked me the fuck out. Oh shit. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here, Key. We're getting the fuck out of here. Oh shit. Yeah.
Suddenly, a loud crash, the camera drops to the ground. The screen goes black. When it flickers back on, Lamar is on the ground screaming, saying he's been struck. Disoriented, he grabs his equipment, leaps into his car, and speeds off into the darkness. After the video's release, viewers debated what truly happened. Some believe Lamar was attacked by something unseen, maybe the same force that keeps Catherine's spirit bound to her grave. Others think exhaustion, fear, and isolation triggered his mind and body to break down. But one comment stood out. You told it it couldn't hurt you, but you never told it not to follow you home. Since that night, Lamar hasn't returned to the Appalachian forest, and his viewers still wonder, did he escape that place, or did something come back with him? A YouTuber headed into a remote forest known for strange reports. The deeper he walked, the more unsettling the sounds around him.
You heard it? What the hell?
Oh. What the f?
Growing sharper and more intense. Then he spotted something horrifying.
What is that?
Several figures in black robes standing motionless between the trees. Panic hit immediately. He turned to escape, only to find another robed figure blocking the path ahead. The encounter left him shaken.
What's going on?
Unsure if he had walked into an actual ritual or stumbled onto an elaborate setup meant to frighten anyone who wandered too close. A Reddit user described a disturbing moment when they realized someone was following them on a late-night walk to a nearby store. The neighborhood was usually calm, but the empty streets made every step feel heavier. Trusting their instincts, they started recording. In the video, a faint, shadowy figure appears thin, semi-transparent, and almost invisible until filters are applied. The experience left them shaken, unable to sleep, and regretting that they never saved or uploaded the raw, unedited footage of whatever had trailed them that night. While passing through a neighborhood bordering the woods, a hiker came across something deeply disturbing, a yard littered with dozens of baby doll heads scattered across the grass. Shocked, they snapped a quick photo and kept moving, torn between curiosity and the fear of whoever might live there. Whether it was some kind of art piece or something far more unsettling, the display felt completely out of place, leaving the hiker with an uneasy, lingering sense of dread long after they walked away. While reviewing security footage from her isolated forest home, a woman thought she had captured a simple shot of an owl perched outside. But around the 41-second mark, something strange occurred. The owl didn't fly off, shift, or even twitch. It simply vanished, as if it blinked out of existence. The moment left viewers baffled, unsure whether they were seeing a camera glitch, a lighting anomaly, or something far more mysterious that defies easy explanation. A Reddit user shared a short video titled "Carpenter Bee or Wood for 1,000 Tortured Souls." Capturing eerie sounds echoing from a piece of wood. The noises resembled distant moans or warped cries, unsettling enough that some viewers compared them to demonic laughter. Others offered a scientific explanation. Carpenter bees release pheromones that attract more bees to the same nesting spot, creating vibrations that can generate these strange tones. Whether you interpret the clip as biology or something more supernatural, one thing is clear: the sound coming from that piece of wood is undeniably creepy. Nanbread posted a disturbing photo taken by their mother during a camping trip with their father. The shot was meant to show him standing behind their camper van, but something unexpected appeared when they reviewed it later. In the reflection of the front passenger window, a man's face could be seen looking out from inside the vehicle. The most unsettling part was that no one else had been anywhere nearby. The discovery left the family deeply uneasy, questioning who or what had been in the van with them that night. In 2023, a young woman and her friends held a small gathering in the forest, something they had done many times without incident. The night was uneventful until her boyfriend's best friend suddenly became sick, leading the two of them to sit in the car and film a few casual clips. The following day, while looking back at the videos, they spotted something unsettling: a pale, ghost-like face reflected in the window, staring toward her boyfriend. Before they found the image, he had already been dealing with disturbing dreams involving a demonic figure and waking up with 3 long scratches on his back. The area had a reputation for paranormal activity, but this incident felt unusually personal. His sleep declined, his anxiety intensified, and he grew increasingly afraid of the woods. Wanting answers, they shared the footage online, hoping someone could explain what might be haunting him. While traveling through Sweden, Reddit user Carol Welfun explored the abandoned Garpenberg mine. Deep underground, he captured footage of something disturbing. A shadowy shape drifting in one of the darker corners. The figure looked dim and lacked a clear outline, which sparked debate once the clip was posted online. Some viewers joked that it might be the spirit of an old miner still roaming the tunnels, while others dismissed it as a camera error or a trick of the light. Even so, Carl and many who watched the recording weren't convinced, suggesting it could be authentic evidence of something paranormal. A man who had been hiking solo deep in the wilderness for 4 months suddenly began hearing terrifying sounds echoing through the forest. The noises grew sharper and more intense, surrounding him from all sides. And sending a jolt of fear through him. Overwhelmed, he started to run, but the unsettling echoes stayed close behind, leaving one lingering question: what was creating them? While reviewing footage from a trail camera placed in a secluded North Carolina forest, a hiker noticed one frame that immediately stood out. It seemed to capture a figure peering from behind a tree, a fur-covered ape-like shape resembling typical Bigfoot reports. But one odd detail raised suspicion. If the picture truly came from a trail cam, why was the device set just a few feet away, pointed directly at another tree? That unusual setup has led many to question whether the image was legitimate evidence or simply staged. A Reddit user described a disturbing moment while driving to a restaurant late at night. In the rearview mirror, he spotted 2 tiny handprints on the back window, roughly the size of an infant's, briefly lit by the headlights of the car behind him. What unsettled him most was their orientation. The prints angled downward, as though they had been pressed from the roof of the vehicle. He checked for smudges, moisture, and any natural explanation, but nothing accounted for how those strange marks appeared. A Reddit user named Natty Pack recently said goodbye to their longtime dog, Biscuit, after 11 years together. To honor her, they chose to release her ashes at a park she had always loved. While taking photos during the moment, they noticed something remarkable. The ashes briefly formed a shape in the air that looked like their dog. Natty Pack felt it was Biscuit's final farewell, though others suggested the wind may have caused the effect. Some viewers even analyzed the image and confirmed it didn't appear altered. Whatever the reason, the moment brought comfort to the grieving family. A man working in Churchill was shocked to discover a polar bear lying beneath his vehicle. Despite their reputation for raw power and unpredictability, this one appeared unusually calm, almost playful. Even so, polar bears are among the strongest predators on Earth, known for approaching prey head-on and overpowering it with sheer force rather than stealth. Luckily for the man, this encounter ended without incident, and the bear eventually wandered away, leaving him unharmed. While hiking through the forest, a man stumbled upon a disturbing sight. A cluster of worm-like creatures moving in a single, synchronized stream across the forest floor. Online viewers quickly speculated it could signal some kind of parasitic outbreak, though experts later clarified it was likely a mass of insect larvae grouping together for safety. Still, despite the logical explanation, the strange, coordinated movement left the hiker uneasy long after the encounter. In Jacksonville, Florida, a man was driving through a wooded area late at night when he spotted something strange in the distance, a glowing, human-shaped figure. The light flickered softly, and from far away, it might have been mistaken for headlights reflecting off a tree. Still, the man insisted it wasn't. Gripped by fear, he refused to drive any closer, leaving the true nature of the figure unknown. Viewers later wished he had approached for a clearer view, but given the moment, it's easy to see why he didn't. A man was riding his bike along a trail when something unexpected occurred. A person stood completely still in the center of the path, focused on their phone. The cyclist had almost no time to react, resulting in a tense, confusing moment captured on camera. Once the clip was shared online, viewers debated who was responsible. Should the biker have been more cautious, or should the pedestrian have avoided blocking the trail? Most lean toward the latter. What's your take? A trail camera set up to track wildlife ended up recording something far more unusual. A figure running through the forest in broad daylight. Some viewers suggested it might be Bigfoot, the mysterious creature rumored to inhabit remote woods, while others insisted it was just a person. The figure looks as if it's covered in brown hair, but the quality of the footage makes it hard to be certain. Reddit user Matthew2058 posted a puzzling photo taken in Uruguay. In it, a man is biking down a quiet, isolated highway, while far in the distance a human-shaped figure stands alone in the open landscape. With forests and empty fields stretching out in every direction, the lone figure seems completely out of place. Its strange posture and the barren surroundings left viewers wondering what was actually captured that day. A ghostly presence, or simply someone standing somewhere they shouldn't have been. While driving along a highway in Illinois, a mother spotted something unusual illuminating the night sky.
Oh my god. Oh my.
As she filmed a thunderstorm through her car window, she unintentionally recorded a massive, saucer-shaped form concealed in the clouds. The object appeared circular and layered, visible only when lightning flashed across the sky. Its symmetry looked almost too precise to be a natural formation. Some viewers later suggested it was a rare cloud pattern, while others believed it hinted at something far more mysterious. Whatever it was, the unsettling footage left many questioning what had been hovering above of that storm. This clip, recorded in the mountains of China, shows a cleaning lady sweeping along a steep slope, even slipping briefly as she works. At first glance, it appears she's standing at the edge of a sheer drop, inches from a fatal fall. But a closer look at the way the leaves drop suggests something different, most likely a camera angle, creating the illusion of extreme danger. Even so, the footage feels strangely unsettling, leaving viewers wondering why anyone would be sweeping leaves on the side of a mountain in the first place. At Liberty Lake in the Ruby Mountains, a hiker captured something unnerving, a large snake gliding through the water toward the shoreline. Similar snakes have been known to strike at paddles and boats, making the moment potentially dangerous. Online viewers described it as an unexpected threat in an otherwise calm and scenic setting. For the hiker, it was a scene that felt both beautiful and deeply unsettling at the same time. During a trip, a Reddit user decided to test out Randonautica, an app known for sending people to unusual places.
Hey, what the fuck? Oh, that smells horrible. Oh, yeah. In the middle of the fucking woods. Yeah. Yeah. The lights came on.
The coordinates led them deep into the woods, where they came across something unexpected, an abandoned car sitting far from any road. Even more unsettling, it looked as though the vehicle had been intentionally burned. When authorities later checked the VN, they confirmed the car had been listed as stolen. The finding left behind a troubling mystery. Who had taken it, and what occurred before it was dumped and set on fire? A Reddit user shared a photo of an old house in Ithaca, Michigan, purchased by their grandparents in the 1950s. Its former owner, later institutionalized, had claimed a piano played endlessly in the basement and had struck the basement door hard enough to leave deep marks that remained for years. When the photo was taken, the house was completely empty, yet something strange still appeared in the image. Combined with other unexplained incidents, it became another unsettling piece of the home's dark history. While driving along a forest road late at night, a group of travelers noticed something strange in the sky. A flickering light suddenly appeared above the treetops. Moving in a way that didn't resemble any star or aircraft, it drifted side to side, rising and dipping as if following its own pattern. The glow hovered silently for several moments before fading into the darkness. Whatever it was remained a mystery, leaving the group questioning what they had actually seen that night. A group of campers woke to a deeply unsettling scene. Overnight, their entire tent had become covered with swarms of spiders, most likely daddy longlegs or huntsman spiders crawling across every surface. Startled and overwhelmed, they rushed outside, shaken and ready to end the trip immediately. Before packing up, they snapped a quick photo to post on Reddit, then broke down their camp and headed home, relieved to leave the nightmare behind. A Reddit user spent a week at a secluded lake house, expecting quiet hikes and calm nights. But one evening, something unsettling broke the peace.
Okay, that's terrifying. What? Oh shit, it's moving. What the fuck is that?
Off in the distance, he noticed a strange moving light that at first looked like someone walking through the woods with a torch. Moments later, a second light appeared beside it, creating the eerie impression of two glowing eyes watching him. Adding to the tension, faint distorted noises, almost like whispers, drifted through the night. Whatever was out there, it certainly wasn't the sound of any deer. A hiker revisited a haunted cave known for its grim past and unsettling folklore. Locals had long spoken of protective crosses and the Tommyknocker's restless spirits. Shaken but intrigued, he knew he would return, only this time he wouldn't go alone. Reddit user Panty Dinner 2003 recently posted a disturbing video captured during a camping trip.
Oh, what the crap? Is that a guy? What the frick? What was that?
He's walking creepy.
Dude, that was a skinwalker. What?
Follow him.
I videoed it. What the frick?
I'm gonna go get my gun.
That was a skinwalker.
No. What?
In the clip, the group suddenly reacts after seeing something move just outside the reach of their campfire's light. A pale, human-shaped figure darts through the thick brush, its motions quick and unnervingly unnatural. That brief sighting is enough to send fear through the campers as they try to understand what they just saw. Online viewers debated the footage heavily, some suggesting it might be a skinwalker, a shape-shifting entity from native lore, while others argued it was simply a person in the dark. Regardless of the explanation, the image of that pale figure slipping back into the forest has left many unsettled. In 2018, while walking with her father near the Cave of the Bats in Weaver Leon, Mexico, Adrigan captured a photograph that later sparked intense online debate. At first glance, the picture looked completely ordinary, just her father standing in front of a wooded landscape. But a closer look revealed something strange above the treetops, a dark, winged figure gliding through the sky. Locals weren't surprised. Stories of El Hombre Pájaro the Birdman, a winged humanoid, have circulated in the area since 1877. Sightings often describe the creature flying near rivers, churches, and forest edges at dusk, and many believe the nearby bat-filled cave is its home. Skeptics insist the figure was likely just a bird captured mid-flight. Others, however, think Audrey may have unintentionally photographed the legendary creature itself. YouTuber Kayak USA, known for filming fishing and camping trips, unexpectedly found himself in a life-threatening situation when a tornado formed during what was supposed to be a calm day on the water.
So, I don't know how much I just filmed out in the water. Me and Dylan were both just waiting and fishing, and look what just rolled up on us. Look at this. It is pouring, and that's only a few hundred yards away. It is white capping out here on the water. Look at this. This just came up out of nowhere. I don't know how bad that looks on camera, but it's pretty bad. Can you see the white caps out here? Let me zoom in. We're kind of hoping it goes around us.
While he and his friend Dylan were out fishing, the sky darkened rapidly. Winds intensified. Waves began cresting, and sheets of rain swept across the lake.
Pop up on us right here, and it is bad, y'all. I don't know if you can tell, but we're inside of this gazebo down, and it's picking me up. Holy shit. This is nuts. Bro, I hope we ain't got no tornado popped up on us. Oh, shoot. Oh my God. This is nuts, y'all. Stuff falling out of the tree. Oh! No, there goes the
drill. Realizing the storm was closing in, they hurried to a nearby gazebo for cover, bracing against the violent gusts. Debris whipped through the air, and nearby trees snapped, the shelter shaking under the storm's force. At one point, the wind grew so powerful, it nearly lifted them off their feet. All they could do was hold tight and wait for the worst to pass. When the tornado finally moved on, they stepped out to survey the destruction.
That was the worst experience of my life. I've got to try to get this kayak pulled up on the bank. Look at this tree, y'all. I hope that it's past. It's still coming down pretty hard. This is where we were going to park. This is where we were going to camp because it was right behind the bathroom.
A massive pine tree had crashed onto the exact spot where they had originally planned to camp. Shaken but unharmed, they realized how close they had come to disaster, spared only by a last-minute choice that ended up saving their lives. An explorer headed into a well-known haunted spot deep in the woods, documenting his nighttime investigation step by step. The area was abandoned, silent, and unnerving, yet while he filmed, nothing seemed out of place. When he finally uploaded the footage, viewers noticed something he hadn't. In one of the rooms, a shadowy figure stood completely still near the doorway. He had walked right past it without ever realizing. He eventually left the site and went home, unaware of what his camera had captured until much later. The unsettling question remains, what exactly had been waiting inside that room? While walking through the woods, a Reddit user came across something unusual. At first, it looked like an ordinary twig, but a closer glance revealed a spider perfectly disguised against the branch. The creature, known as Dolophon's conifera, or the wraparound spider, flattens its body along a twig so precisely that it becomes nearly invisible. Only a few millimeters wide, it's almost impossible to notice unless it moves. Despite its strange, almost otherworldly appearance, the species poses no threat to humans. Its remarkable camouflage may be unsettling to see, but it's simply one of nature's most impressive forms of invisibility and survival. On August 20th, 2025, Toby headed out to document a wild camping trip near Cromer, Norfolk. After following several footpaths and walking past a few caravan parks, he settled on a wide open field bordered by two large containers, quiet, tucked away, and seemingly ideal for the night. But once darkness fell, the peaceful atmosphere changed. Cars began pulling into the field, sweeping their headlights across his tent.
Oh, look, we got a couple of cars coming over. Oh, okay. I might get asked to move on here. Let's keep the camera rolling. Right, it's on me. So, oh no, they're just a couple of people pulling over. See, this is what's interesting. It's kind of just so real life. This is why I won't put a torch on, guys. They might not have even seen me. They might do now though, because they've just turned all their own lights off, so I might stand out a little bit. So I'm gonna go. I'm going to get in the tent. Should anything exciting happen, then obviously I'll try and share that with you. Right, I'm not going to unpack all my stuff because there is a lot of cars coming over. I don't know if there's some kind of thing that goes on here at night. They seem to be ignoring me, but I have no idea. Yep, here we go, look. I don't know who that is. I'm gonna get out just in case, so I don't want to get some lunatic driving into the car, so I'll let them know. I stand up so they know I'm here. It might just be people that are curious. Wow. Weren't expecting none of this. You know, it's kind of to try and put you in how that might feel. I've set up, you know, I'm going to be going to sleep in there, or I probably won't now. I'm going to be going to sleep in there though. And you've got a car sort of doing that. They've seen you quite clearly, the lights have come on, they know you're in here. There's other people up there now, look. Just here, they've all just turned up, just as I've set this tent up. So I will just sit in the tent for a little while. They might go out. I mean, it's, you know, if you think about it, that could be anyone. It could be someone showing their partner how to drive and they're just using the field because no one's here, you know, like anything. My mind doesn't instantly jump to chaos.
Toby kept filming, quietly narrating as he tried to stay calm. He avoided using a flashlight to prevent drawing attention, yet the vehicles continued arriving one after another. Not knowing whether it was locals, curious drivers, or something more concerning, he stepped outside briefly to show he wasn't hiding before retreating back into his tent. Soon, engines revved, tires spun across the field, and even a motorbike began circling nearby. Toby stayed still and listened, waiting for everything to settle down.
Is it? So there's a few people there just pulled over.
By morning, the noise had vanished and nothing else occurred, but the night left its mark. The experience reminded him how exposed wild camping can feel when the real danger isn't the wilderness, but other people. In Atlanta, Georgia, there's a spot known for leaving visitors on edge, the Doll's Head Trail. This strange walking path winds through the woods, and what makes it truly unsettling are the countless doll heads placed along the road. They aren't ordinary toys. The heads vary in size and style, many cracked, scorched, or caked in dirt. Their hollow eyes and broken features create an atmosphere that feels pulled straight from a horror movie. Though the display is entirely man-made part of a local art project using discarded items, knowing that doesn't make the experience any less disturbing. Walking this trail, surrounded by disfigured dolls, it's hard not to feel a creeping sense of unease, as if the forest is quietly observing every step. While guiding a group of tourists through the Carolinian forest in Canada, a tour guide was filming the tranquil landscape when something unusual appeared in the distance.
Sasquatch.
At first glance, it resembled a large gorilla crouched near the trees, digging into the ground. But the sight made little sense. There are no wild apes in Canada, and whatever this figure was, its movements didn't match any known animal. The guide kept the camera rolling as the mysterious shape continued for a moment, then rose to its full height and walked into the forest, leaving the entire group stunned. Even now, the footage is considered one of the more intriguing alleged Sasquatch sightings ever captured in Canada. A Reddit user camping near Trail Ridge Road in Colorado snapped a photo that quickly gained attention online. At first, it looked like a simple scenic shot of mountains and sky until viewers noticed something unusual. In the upper left corner, a dark disc-shaped object appeared to be hovering above the landscape. The photographer couldn't identify it, unsure whether it was just a bird caught mid-flight or something far less ordinary. The image sparked heavy debate, with some calling it clear evidence of a UFO, while others dismissed it as nothing more than a coincidence or a visual trick. Whatever the explanation, the picture left many wondering what exactly had passed over those Colorado skies that day. An Indian camper captured unsettling footage while exploring a dense forest at night. After hearing branches snap above him, he aimed his camera toward a nearby tree, and what he filmed was deeply disturbing. A strange purple-colored figure appeared to be scaling the trunk. Its hands and face looked somewhat ape-like, yet its proportions and movements felt unnervingly unnatural. Most chilling of all was its expression, a twisted, almost human smile peering through the leaves. The man stopped recording and went to get help, but when he returned moments later, the creature had vanished without a trace. Whether the footage shows a real encounter or an elaborate hoax remains unknown, but the clip continues to unsettle everyone who sees it. While driving across a wide open meadow, a man suddenly heard a faint, childlike voice call out. He scanned the area, but there was no one around.
Just saw, looked almost like a coyote, run right across here. That sounded like a kid. Or a goat.
Moments later, something small darted across the road, a coyote-sized shape that slipped into the tall grass and vanished. The voice, however, stayed with him. It didn't resemble an animal call at all. It sounded like a child or a distant echo. The empty landscape only made the moment feel more unsettling, as though something hidden was watching from the weeds. When the short clip spread online, viewers were split. Was it a lost child, a strange wind pattern, or something far more mysterious? Something not entirely human. The team behind the YouTube channel Kamos ventured into a forest said to be haunted. From the moment they stepped inside, the atmosphere felt heavy, silent, and unnerving. Then, far ahead...
Peraí. Quê? Oh, tem luz lá na frente, velho. Apaga uma vez. Não, tem que lanterna pro chão. Vem em silêncio. Ó, rapaziada, vem em silêncio que pode ter alguém ali. Cara, parece que é vendo. Olha só, mano. É fogo, cara. Ó, rapaziada, vem em silêncio, cara.
They noticed a faint flicker of light. As they approached, the scene became clearer. Candles were burning on the ground, and a solitary figure stood beside them. At first...
Desliga a luz. Olha ali, velho.
They assumed it was someone performing a ritual, but when their flashlights illuminated the face in the dim glow, they realized it was a clown. The figure paused for a moment before slowly moving toward them.
Ele viu nós, filho. Ele viu nós, cara. Ele tá vindo pra cima. Ele tá vindo pra cima, mano. Ele tá vindo pra cima, mano. Ele tá vindo pra cima, mano. Corre, cara. Corre, filho.
Panic erupted as the group bolted through the dark woods, the sound of their footsteps and fear echoing around them. They escaped without harm, but the footage remains one of their most unsettling finds to date. The engine of a Jeep isn't just metal in motion. It's the heartbeat of a dream. For Victoria Rose, that dream comes alive through solo female van life. Her pursuit of freedom, independence, and simplicity. On her YouTube channel, The Jurassic Jeep, she documents what it truly means to live on her own terms. From preparing budget meals with discount ingredients to confronting fears like driving unfamiliar roads alone. Her journey embodies courage, adaptability, and the raw beauty of life without a roadmap. On August 13th, 2023, Victoria set out for Chautauqua National Forest in New York, seeking solitude and a night of peaceful camping.
we've made it. I wasn't sure. I haven't, like I said, I've never tried to find free camping around these parts, and it is a little different than it is in the West. In the West, there's so much land. We can find very remote places. Like there's like park rangers and stuff everywhere, and I don't know, just smaller areas, so I feel like a little bit more, less free, but it's camping. The bugs! I forgot about that. I already got bit by one, and I usually don't. Fortunately, I think I have some bug spray, so let's check. This is a really nice area, but it's Chautauqua National Forest in New York. Oh. Why do they always get you on the ankle? Okay, so I got this, I think in Nevada at a natural food store, and it's lemon eucalyptus oil insect repellent. I don't know if it'll work, but we are going to put it on our ankles and everywhere. Also, they have porta potties here, so this is like luxury for me.
The day was calm, sunlight filtering through trees, a soft hum of insects, and the quiet joy of finding a free, secluded spot. As darkness fell, she applied lemon eucalyptus oil for bugs, zipped her tent, and drifted to sleep surrounded by stillness. Around 1:00 a.m., the peace shattered. A loud pickup truck with blinding headlights pulled straight into her campsite. Instead of passing through, it parked just feet from her Jeep. A family, parents and children, got out, laughing and shouting as they began unloading camping gear. They acted as if she didn't exist. Confused and frustrated, Victoria stepped out to confront them.
You guys gonna pick me out of this spot? Are you guys gonna move your truck so I can at least leave? You're gonna move your truck so I can leave? Huh? Well, it's kind of weird that I was put. Well, I am. Well, now I have to like leave because there's no way I can sleep like this. Can you at least ask, like, or say excuse me or something? Like, I was camped here.
I understand. We told you we didn't know they were in there.
Right, but can you like say like, yeah, but it's just common courtesy to say sorry. I didn't realize. Is it okay if we camp here? But it's like this is the spot that I got. It's just strange. It's rude. I don't really know where to go or what to do.
Her calm questions were met with shrugs and indifference. They'd parked so close that she couldn't drive away, leaving her trapped. Though exhausted, she realized staying could escalate the situation. Around 3:00 a.m., she made the difficult decision to pack up quietly and leave. Alone in the dark, she drove through the forest roads, headlights cutting through the fog, adrenaline replacing sleep. It wasn't the peaceful night she had planned, but she chose safety over confrontation.
It's like 2 in the morning. This is so strange. I've never had this happen out in the West. But I hate driving at night, especially when I'm this tired because it's like nearly 3 in the morning. It was a weird situation. I didn't know what to do. Like, what do you do? Infiltrating. It's so loud too. So I was gonna drive to a rest stop. I didn't want to make a big deal because there was kids. So rude. Like, they're so rude, and they're just like not looking at me, acting like I wasn't even there, and I was standing there, like, hey, can you at least say excuse me, or can you say sorry, or can you at least ask me for the campsite, even though like that's rude in itself. Like, it's 2 in the morning. Camping culture in the West versus the East is so much different.
Victoria's experience reflects an often overlooked truth about solo travel: that the greatest dangers don't always come from nature, but from people. Some viewers believe the family's actions were simply careless, unaware of her presence. Others suspected it was deliberate, perhaps testing her reaction when they saw she was alone. Whatever their intent, it became a sharp reminder that instinct and awareness are just as vital as any gear or preparation. Later, Victoria described that night as a lesson in human wilderness. And one question continues to haunt her story. Was it merely a clueless family invading her space? Or something far more intentional, seeing how far they could push before she broke?